Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young, and this is Jordan Golf TV, where we are talking about all things golf. And in today's episode, I have an amazing video for you. I'm going to be reviewing the Reebok OG Pump Golf and the Club C Vintage from Manors. That's right, I've played 18 holes in both of these shoes. We're going to figure out whether or not the Club C's golf, because they haven't actually been spike modified for golf. And we're going to see if these OG pumps are any good. Now, first of all, if you guys haven't checked out my unboxing video yet, where I go through not only these shoes, but some of the Manors and Reebok collaboration apparel line, be sure to click on the video above, or if I forget to put that card up there, which is quite highly likely to be fair, just go ahead and scroll back to my last video that I uploaded on this channel. I've got to say shout out to Manors for sending these things over. This particular video is not paid, it's not sponsored. They didn't send me this stuff with the intention to receive a video back. I just, as you know, am regularly in the habit of reviewing golf shoes, and we have a couple to review, and so bro, let's do it. I think we should start off with the Club C Vintage, because this is a sneaker that is very much just a sneaker. These have not been cleatified or spikeified or golfified for performance golf. It really is just a regular Club C Vintage with the Manors co-branding. If we go through the details, they do feature a really nice, soft, supple leather on the upper that is quick to crease. I mean, bro, you even try these on once and they look like they've been worn 5 times, but that isn't actually a bad thing, because these have kind of been made to look a little bit aged with that whole vintage theme about them. Color's really nice, so you've got this cream leather offset against this burgundy color, which features on the liner as well as on the heel, as well as on the Reebok logo, and it has just this little border of yellow, which gives it just a nice little bit of contrast and pop, sort of solidifying the vintage vibes. You've also got the Reebok co-branding there on the midsole. You've got some nice tasteful Manors co-branding on the tongue, and probably my favorite feature has got to be the Manors in the window, alongside this textured panel that just gives the sneaker a slightly more elevated feel and gives the sneaker some much needed oomph with that little Manors textured logo inlaid into the fabric. I think that is such a good touch. On the back of the tongue, it features a little bit of co-branding in line with the whole theme of the collaboration. The entire ethos behind the campaign has been to champion walking the course, embracing the elements, and enjoying golf the way it was originally meant to be enjoyed, without a cart, which I'm totally on board with. In terms of the fits and the feel, these run true to size in my opinion. In terms of the comforts, look, it's not a spectacularly technological shoe. It's like, you know, from the late 80s or whatever, so it is antiquated technology. They feel absolutely fine as just like a general banger shoe. Now the question is, do they golf? Well, they don't have the soft spikes or any type of cleat action on the outsole. In fact, the outsole is almost geared towards maybe indoor football or something like that, certainly not grass. So do they golf? Short answer is yes, they do, but only if the conditions are dry and sunny. If there's a little bit of moisture out there, these things are going to be really slippery. But as a general walking shoe, they're going to be comfortable for 18 holes, and they're going to be absolutely fine to play in. And I think they look the part. So yeah, do they golf? Yes, but only if it's dry. Now, in terms of availability, pricing, all that type of stuff, these were £130, which I think is a little bit more expensive than the regular Club C Reebok, but like I said, you've got the elevated touches with the materials and the collaborative touches. So yeah, £130 isn't too bad, but yeah, it is a little bit pricey for a Club C Vintage. In terms of availability, these have pretty much sold out on the Manors website. There are only a couple of the more popular sizes still left sitting in a 9 and a 9.5, and it's only a matter of time before these things go. So yeah, I think it's a dope shoe. I think it's a wicked summertime sneaker just for rocking around casually, and if you wanted to game these, they'll be absolutely fine as long as it's dry. Now let's move on to the pumps. Now, as someone that grew up in the 80s and 90s, I have got very fond memories of the Reebok pumps. It's one of the shoes that originally got me into sneakers as a youngster. It was basically Reebok's answer to Nike's Air. Anyway, on the golf shoe, the pump technology is interesting. We're going to talk a little bit about it momentarily, but let's firstly go through the aesthetics of the shoe. So this is very much the classic golf brogue look. I mean, it doesn't get any more classic golf shoe looking than these right here. Speaking of the materials, really nice, soft, waterproof pebbled leather, which is really nice on the front and then the mid panel. Also got a bit of synthetic leather on the liner. On the mid panels and then on the back panels, it's almost like a bit of a patent leather, which gives it the shine, gives it the flashiness. And you've also got a patent leather on the tongue with the Reebok logo as well. Manors co-branding with the Reebok features on the back. And you also get a really cool bit of Manors branding on the actual pump itself. Bit of contrast stitching on the midsole. And in terms of the traction pattern, you can see it there. These are a soft spiked shoe, but yeah, they've definitely got a pretty aggressive tread pattern down low. You've got some Manors co-branding on the insole, and all in all, the shoe feels like a really high quality shoe. Let's talk a little bit about the Reebok pump technology. So this pump button here on the side, you push to inflate, and what you're inflating is actually a little air unit system underneath the insole. If you have a look at the insole here, you've got a little recess underneath which allows for the air units underneath. You have a little air pod underneath the heel of the foot, and then you've got a little air pod underneath the forefoot. And as you inflate the pump underneath, basically what happens is these bags underneath the heel and the forefoot start to inflate, meaning you start to feel a little bit more secure, you start to feel a little bit more locked down inside the shoe once you've pumped them up, and you can definitely feel the inflated pads underneath your feet as you rock around the course. Now, in terms of how they perform on the course, the first thing to note is that the pump technology, I actually found it better without it. I'm not sure if it was just a matter of getting used to these, but I was a little bit uncomfortable with these really pumped up and locked down. I just deflated them and pretty much rocked them for the round without any pump action air underneath. It's almost a little bit gimmicky to be thinking to yourself, man, I'm 3 over par, maybe I need to pump up the shoes a little bit. Oh, I'm not playing well. Let me just pump myself up. Shit. Let me pump myself up. I need to get back under par. In terms of the grip and the traction, I found the grip really, really good with these actually. And the stability underfoot, really solid as well. So they definitely get solid marks for grip and traction. In terms of general comfortability, yeah, they weren't the greatest for me right off the bat. But as we know, sometimes shoes take a little bit of getting used to. You need to break them in. So I would be excited to break these in over the course of another round or two and then really enjoy them. In terms of the pricing for these bad boys, these were £220. Which is a little bit more of a premium price point to pay. It's up there with some of the FootJoy series models. It's up there with some of the Nike Tour Victory or the Victory Pros. It's definitely an up there shoe at £220. And at the moment, these things are still available on the Manors website. There are still some sizes lurking around in the more popular sizes. So if you were interested in copping these, yeah, you can cop them right now on the Manors website if you wanted to. Now, speaking briefly about the Manors and Reebok collab in general, I think it was a fantastic collaboration. I don't think they did too much with it. I think they picked a theme, which is this whole idea around walking the course. They made some viral moments with some really interesting social media content. In terms of like the clothing, it definitely has a nostalgic sort of old school vintage feel about it, but updated for the modern day. In terms of going into the nostalgia with shoes like the Club C, I think they knocked it out the park. I think they smashed this shoe mainly on account of this mid panel here. Like that mid panel definitely makes the shoe. For the pumps, I'm stoked that they just decided to keep it really clean, really simple, and really basic. And I think what you're looking at right now with Reebok and Manors is very much two brands that are on the up and up together. Reebok and Golf right now are smashing it mainly because of DeChambeau. I mean, DeChambeau has to be one of the hottest players, if not the hottest player in golf right now, if you're talking about the whole social media clout thing. And Manors, man, these guys have carved out a space for themselves in the very crowded golf niche where they've basically established their own look on the course, which is kind of like this Gorpcore type technical performance-based look. So got two entities, both on the up, coming together to bring out a really accessible collection. I think they smashed it. And so those are my thoughts. Very cool shoes. What do you guys think about this collaboration? Let me know down below. Are you feeling them or are you not? Did you pick anything up from this whole collaboration as well? Feel free to let me know down below. And as always, I appreciate you guys messing with the content. Do me a favor and like it before you bounce, and I will see you on the next one. Take care for now, and peace.